Hi guys, PLO Warrior here, and I'm just gonna review a heads up session that I played I don't know how long ago, but this is like my first recording that isn't live basically, so I'm not sure on the action exactly, apart from I think the guy's a little bit crazy. So let's just jump into it here. Right, so this hand is probably a fold, but I presume I just call here. You can see I'm debating it. So it looks like we're up a buy-in already. We open the queens, obviously. Defend a free bet. And I don't know anything about the guy here, but I would just like a call in this situation. I presume that he's crazy, because the title of the video is called Heads Up versus Crazy One, so definitely a flat call here is best, and we do make the flat call. Not a very good turn card. I do like a check here though, just to get him to bluff the river. I don't think he has a straight now that he doesn't see bet the turn, so as long as we get a good river card, and that's just the horrific river card, and now he checks, we can't go for value or anything. And he didn't decide to bet, to bluff. Easy defend here, suited ace. And we want to get some check raises in at some point, so this is a good candidate to do it. He doesn't have a full stack. Not that that should change too much, but obviously it's less to risk here. Obviously we need a 4 or a heart if we're not already ahead. So we just do go ahead and check raise, which I do like, and get it all in. Got an overpair, bink the turn, easy game, super standard so far. Yeah, happy with everything so far. I would call the defend, and we have to get it all in here, obviously. So he doesn't have aces, that's fine, technically ahead. But it's close. So we do block the queens, but we don't block any diamonds, so well, on this turn we do have trips. Interesting whether to bluff the river or not, because we do have a 10 blocker. Don't think he has many flushes. Question is, would he fold a straight? And I'm not so confident he would fold like 6-7 or Jack-7 on here, so probably wouldn't bluff the river. But I am deciding to bluff the river. No, I'm not. Or am I? I am. I go for a check raise. I actually kind of like the check raise, to be honest. I prefer it more than just a bet. Now he has to fold a straight. Probably your weak flushes too. Obviously I only expect him, a normal player, to be calling with king high flushes, ace high flushes and full houses here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, I think that was a great play by myself, if I might add. Yeah, super standard to call here and flop the second nuts. Against the pot size bet, I'll just get it in here. There's no, we are in position, but if we just flat and the turn is a bad turn and he just checks, we might lose our action. Whereas if he has king queen, he might just get it all in here. Yep, so I agree with my play there. And he folds. Flop a gutter ball. I don't mind calling, but yeah, folding's probably okay. Just because we have so many turn cards we can hit, but I don't mind the fold. I'll just fold this hand. I'm actually very pleased with, I played how I think I should be playing. Fantastic. Yeah. Just give up on this board. So far so good. Could consider a check raise here. Don't love it so much anymore. I would min bet the river. What's that about? I mean, so likely we're winning, but I think we'd make more money, especially if we're just going to min bet out of just checking and let him bluff the river. Although earlier on he didn't decide to bluff the river when he had nothing. So maybe he's not as crazy as I originally thought. Standard defend. Flop middle pair, backdoor draws. Against a pot size bet, I don't love it, but against anything smaller, I would call. He pots. I think I'll just fold here. I don't mind the call, but I think folding is better. Now that he checks, it could be good here. I think I would just check, considering that he didn't bluff earlier on when he missed his draws, but I mean, it's SPR of 1, so I don't mind betting, calling it off anyway. Yep, he has the nuts pretty much. Well, I would have preferred a check, looking back on it. That's definitely a fold, I think. I did not fold, and on this board we have to certainly continue. Do we value bet the river? Yes, we do. I like a half pot size bet, yeah. Get called by ace queen, ace king. Fantastic. Flop the nizzles. Just calling here. And there's a lot of draws he can have. A pair and a gut shot, pair and a flush draw. So obviously I want to bet on the bigger side here. And I do decide to pot it. Pottings. There's only one flush draw in there. I could bet smaller, but certainly a lot of draws available. And just give up here. I don't know what's happened here. I'm thinking, or am I just doing something else? Do have backdoor draws, but I'm just playing straightforward. This guy seems like he's going to make mistakes, so I don't need to force the issue too much. I'm just going to give up on that board. Like, he's pot C betting a lot after free betting. He's generally not playing that tough. Go for our first 3-bet here and get 4-bet, which is literally not my favourite thing that happens. But it's kind of tough to say because I think this is our first 3-bet anyway. So you can see my mouse here. I'm obviously checking his stats. So I don't know about his HUD at this point. I don't have it here. So I don't mind jamming if obviously he's 4-betting or 3-betting a lot, but I honestly don't know what to do in this situation. I guess if I didn't know anything about the guy, I'll just flat call, but we'll see what happens. Prefer just a flat call against an unknown player, but it looks like I'm jamming here, so obviously it looks like he's 3-betting or 4-betting more than 0%, so that's fine. Yeah, and we have a very similar hand, so that was a good decision by us. And he binks the queen. Pretty much his live card is the queen and the 9, I guess. And nice is the jack and the 8. So get unfortunate there, but it was super standard. And I think I should fold that to a 3-bet as well. Obviously you can flop the nuts, so it's okay. I wouldn't pot it though. That's a very bad bet. I think I know I'm just potting it because I just lost a buy-in. I think weaker players sometimes think you're just tilting when you just lose a buy-in. But I also think that when players just win a buy-in, like the next hand, they're not really that likely to just, you know, stack off with a medium strength hand. Like they're quite content with just having won a buy-in. So I definitely like a check there, or like bet really small. If he 3-bets this hand, we'd have to fold. It looks like good stuff. And so we 3-bet. I would like a check on this flop, but we decide to bet. Got 3 pairs in a straight. Now we check. Cool. I don't like the way I played this hand at all. And now we're just going to fold the river to his bet. We don't block any diamonds, which is unfortunate. Yeah, definitely prefer just to check the flop. And I decide to 4-bet ace, jack, jack, 8. It's high variance, and we are like nearly 200 big blinds deep. So it's probably just a flat call here, to be honest. But I don't mind it. Obviously, I'm ramping up the aggression and playing bigger pots against him. He's obviously shown us that he's going to 3-bet and 4-bet, not just aces. So it is fine to do, but as long as you're aware that you are ramping up the variance to do that. Yeah, this guy seems like he's barreling a lot. You see, I thought about doing something there, but it's not really the best hand to do it with. Yeah, definitely see a flop with this. That's a terrible turn card. Sorry, a bit ill at the moment. I'll try not to do that anymore. Once he calls his flop, I wouldn't actually bluff the turn, just because if he has an overpair, he's never folding to this turn bet. If he has a flush draw and like a gut shot, it's probably still never folding. So I don't think we get many folds on this turn, but he goes ahead and folds, which means we probably were winning anyway with ace-6. So we started off playing, I think, pretty well. Now I'm certainly playing a bit loose, so like this is just bad. And then we flop kind of a good hand for us. The advantage of calling here is obviously you've got position, but we can bluff a lot of turn cards that are ace, king, 9 or 8. And then 10 gives us a set, diamond gives us a flush. So it's certainly calling, looking to bluff. That's not really a bluffing card. We have to fold on the turn. Don't really have, like if we call here and the river's an ace, we can't really get him to fold when there's 30 in there and 30 in stacks, so 25 in stacks. So the river would have been a 10, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Going for the 4-bet with the kings, he just snap folding. So it looks like it's unusual for weak players to fold to 3-bets, but he is actually folding to 3-bets, so we should be 3-betting some more. Flop a gut shot, backdoor flush draw. He is putting so many flops though. I wouldn't mind if we had some hearts here to bluff the turn card, but I mean we can peel here certainly and see what he does on a heart. I think that might be my plan. Not the ideal turn card. Going for the bluff, I guess. I don't mind it. He's actually folding a bit. He is actually folding a bit. He's obviously putting the flop a lot of the time, but he's giving up. We'll go for some value here and some thin value on the river. Get called by a worse hand, so good value bet. This is pretty weak. Cool. He's 3-betting a lot, so we need to start limping buttons. Looking back at this now, I would certainly limp some more buttons. Now, this is a great candidate to bluff with. We have top pair, a gut shot, or a double gut shot, and a flush draw. So let's see what he does on the turn. I'm just hoping he doesn't put it. So yeah, definitely a bet here. We want to bet like 7 and then like jam the river. Yeah, so I like that play. Could have chose to 3-bet that hand, but it didn't. Check back on this. Yeah. Gotta go for the value bet here, no doubt. And we do block 5, 6 and 10 jack. Don't block 6, 10, but that's not a very likely hand. So would like a value bet of 5. Yeah. Get called by a worse hand. Sorry. Won't do that anymore. Forgive me. I'll just do that instead. Gonna make for a horrible video. Been ill for 2 weeks, man. Got back from Las Vegas 2 weeks ago. Next day, got so ill, probably from the plane. Been horrible. Yeah, fold, yeah, obviously. I mean, what more do you want from me? We could check raise here. We've got some backdoor draws. I feel like we need to be bluffing this guy a bit more. We're playing very honest against him. I mean, he's not necessary because I think he's naturally just going to make mistakes, right? But he's not as crazy as I thought. I mean, a lot of people have high pre-flop aggression, but it doesn't mean that. I mean, you get 4 cards and you know the equities are so close. It doesn't mean that you're going to play super loose post-flop. So yeah, I'm not actually adapting very well to this guy. Obviously we're beating him, but I think we could be doing so much better against him just because he's 3-betting so much and c-betting, but we're just still opening the same range of hands that we would normally. So very excited about getting 3-bet with this hand, obviously. Yeah, he's 3-betting like, I don't even know the stats here, but they've got to be huge. All in. Got the nuts, mate. What do you got? Oh, you got aces as well. Boring. Oh, that seems like an unfortunate flop for me. Happy to chop it up with the superior aces. Yeah, I play very fast. I didn't realise I was going to be doing a commentary after this. It must be an old video. Right, so this is a super dry board. We go for a min raise. It doesn't make too much sense because obviously we don't have aces. Like ace 8 and ace 3 you're probably not even raising with, so it doesn't make much sense, but I'm just hoping he doesn't, not overthinking the situation. So a bit of fancy play there, not really necessary. I don't love it, and that's a fold there on the button. I mean, in the big blind. So we're playing actually not the best we could. I still think I have an edge on the guy, but I could be playing a lot better. So flop bottom pair and the cool king eye flush draw, and he's pot betting. So what's the SPR here? 10, less than 10. Well, after he bets, it's less. After he bets. But yeah, we can raise this hand. I actually prefer. No, I prefer a raise. He's c-betting too much, so we need to look for hands to raise with on the flop, and this has got to be in my raising range basically. So going for a pot size raise, I believe. and get it in. Got middle pair, 10 eye flush draw. We got bottom pair, king eye flush draw. So probably a flip, always is. We lose that one. What are you gonna do? That's a fold. Please fold that hand. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. This is debatable. Good turn card. Good turn card, buddy. Gonna 3-bet this hand, sure. Flop the wrap, gotta go for it. On the deuce, I'm just gonna barrel. And beautiful river card. We have to shove here. Hope to get called by a jack. An overpair. Although we do have queen, king, and an ace, so it's not that likely he has an overpair. But we have to jam. I don't expect he has 8-9 very often. Obviously, you can have a set, but I don't think it's that likely. And he did have 8-9. It didn't raise, so bravo, chap, bravo. But we have to value bet the river, I believe. And we flop a set. Go for the pot bets. And don't pot the turn. I can check back the turn. I think I like to check the turn actually. He's going to fold here all the time. Yeah. I want to check that turn. Well, I don't expect him to bluff. Just after winning a buy-in. He seems content. Going for the 4-bet with the ace, king, jack, 9. I think that's the exact same hand I had last time. I know ace, king, jack, 8 I had. He had ace, king, queen, 9. And rather favourable flop. Now, why don't we go for a check or bet like €4? That would be great. Half pot. It's getting a lot of folds, I think, on that. Thing is, he doesn't seem like the guy to bluff at all, so there's probably not much point checking to him. Turn top set of queens. Could go for a check raise here, or check call, or bet. It doesn't really matter. We don't block any diamonds, but the flop is so connected with like 3-5, 5-7, 7-8, etc., etc., that it doesn't have to have a flush here. So it looks like we're going for a check. And never expect him to be calling on the river because I don't think he has many flushes and all the straights miss. So I actually wouldn't mind checking here just to give him a chance to bluff, but instead I go for a pot size bet. I think that's a terrible decision, and he snap folds. Like I say, he's not bluffing much, but I got to give him the chance now and again to see if he's going to change his mind. Open it up. Yeah, we can do some bluffs. We need to get some more bluffs in there. See what kind of hand he's going to be calling us down with. This is a good turn card to barrel because we pick up 7-8. 7-8? 8-9. So pick up a gut shot. So we'll go for it. Snap calling, which I'm not loving. And I decide to snap check the river. I think it's a clear bluff. And he called us on the flop with bottom pair, called us on the turn with an open ender, so we actually win anyway, but I would be bluffing the river card here. We need to get some 3 barrels in there, man. So yeah, looking back on it now, I would certainly change a few things. Like open a bit tighter, fold to some 3-bets, 4-bet a bit more, triple barrel a bit more, and raise his flop C-bets when he bets pot a bit more. Basically, those are the adjustments that I would make now playing this guy. Bottom pair on an open ender, backdoor flush draw. Without the clubs there, I could consider raising the flop, but with the flush draw there, I'm not loving it if he bets here, so prefer just a flat call. Play some turns. He checks the turn, and probably could be winning here, like, I don't know, 70% of the time. I wouldn't mind just betting like 6 or 7 here. Yes, and just hope for a good river card. Here comes the river card, ladies and gentlemen. Boom. That's a shite river card. Very bad. So, he can have some flush draws, for sure. You can have some over pairs, for sure. Don't think there's many straights. You can sometimes have a 5. But the question is, what are we doing? Dun, 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 dun. So what do we have? 5s and 4s with a jack kicker. Don't beat his over pairs. Beat his flush draws. Don't beat his straights. Well, it's jam or check, right? Or bet small, but betting small doesn't really do anything. Betting small is always calling his over pairs, I presume. Yeah, I don't mind jamming here. If we jam, he has to fold his over pairs. We beat his flush draws anyway. Don't think he has a straight very often. I only get called by a 5, I believe. So we should jam, I think. I bet less than pot. Snap calls, he has the 5. So yeah, he had the flush draw, but he rivered the 5, which is unfortunate. Looked like we lead out with king. Going for a check raise here. I don't like it though, because he's never betting. And he's just won a buy-in again, so he's just not going to stab with weak hands. See, he just doesn't stab. I'm playing this guy all wrong, and now he's got top hand over. He's not taking the bait post flop. He's literally, we have to barrel him. He's calling down like semi-weak, but he's not stabbing at all. Like, apart from his flop stabs, c-betting, which he's making like, I'm going to guess 85% of the time, and he's betting pot as well. So we're not adapting very well to that. But I still think I can beat this dude. Got some backdoor draws here, you can consider. See, like, pot size bet here, I just wouldn't mind a raise. Like, we don't block anything. Maybe if we had a king, we can just raise, but likely we're winning anyway there, so it's kind of not really much point raising with the king. So I don't really know how you raise that flop with the blockers. You don't, so you have to have nothing. Well, a hand like to have on there would be maybe like 6, 6, 7, 7 when you've got king 5, 5. I think that's good hand to raise. I'm just going to rewind here. Didn't see the action. So we flat. Call with top pair. We have a turn 2 pair. I think we have to call again. Obviously, all the draws are there, and on the river, it's a gross decision. So many draws miss. We block 1 club. We don't block any spades. We don't block any queens or 10s. Deuce 4 is obviously irrelevant. So he's repping queen 10. Against this specific guy, he's not showing much aggression, man. He's just like won a couple of buy-ins. I don't think he's bluffing here very often. I don't mind the call just to see, but I think it's a fold. Yep, he has the queen 10, buddy. Now I'm deciding to go for a raise here with, I don't know why I'm doing that, because if he jams on us, I don't know what we're doing. It's such a weak hand to have. Yeah, and he jams, and we just call it off with a pair of kings. Well played. And he is statistically ahead. No doubt he gets there. I mean, that was super marginal, man. I know I'm just Probably got frustrated with his pot C bets, and maybe I was tilting, I don't know, but we should have adapted to him a lot earlier with his pot C bets. We decided to take a hand with, it looks like I'm tilting here, just leading out. Yeah, it looks like I'm on tilt, ladies and gentlemen. It looks like I'm on tilt, so this is, and then I just fold this hand because I think I know I'm on tilt. Interesting. Presume I 3-bet this hand, yeah. It's funny to watch. It's funny to watch. Oh. Just snap 3-betting or snap raising, check raising. I mean, it's fine, but I should have done this way earlier in the match, not after I've just lost whatever it is, 6 buy-ins, right? Is pot C betting? No. Looks like I'm suddenly bluffing way too much. It would have been good if I kind of balanced it out a bit and put more bluffs in there earlier on. But hey, you've got to be analytical in your approach to the game. And, you know, I did get unfortunate in a couple of spots. I wouldn't mind a check raise here. Instead I just decided to donk. So suddenly I've decided to donk loads. And we get a good river card. Jam it in its face. I'd expect a lot of folds. Unless he has an overpair. Reasonable flop. We could go for a raise here. Or we could just, yeah, pot C bet. I wouldn't mind just a raise. We'll definitely raise here. Go for the bet. It looks like he has an overpair, ladies and gentlemen. Nope, he has a flush draw. Close. So we 3-bet, get 4-bet with our 8-8-9-7. So this is a fine hand to call. We are deep enough. We've got 200 big blinds. Looking to flop something nice. That's not nice. Got to give up. Well played. Mate, I enjoy watching me on tilt. It's good fun. I don't tilt very often. Plus I have tilt breaker right now. I don't think I have tilt breaker here, so I wouldn't have lost this much. I've only got it to set like sorry, four buy-ins. So like if I lose 4 buy-ins in one session, it will kick me out for like half an hour. So it's really good to have that. So at this point, I would have been not playing, but I didn't have tilt breaker on. So you get 3-bet, flop a flush draw. I just would mind a check here, would be good, but I'm not in the mood to check. And we get a terrible turn card, and thank God I didn't try to bluff that one. I mean, we blocked like 7-9 and the flush draw, so betting would be quite suicidal on the turn card. Let's get 3-bet, and we got suited ace. It's most certainly a call. It's like I don't know whether to bet or check, and I go for the raise here. I don't love it. I'm just forcing out all his bluffs, man. Please don't raise. Yes. Bad river card. Nah, this is a fold, mate. This is definitely a fold. His river aggression is... He's had the nuts, man. Potting the river, it's so polarizing. I think when at low stakes, man, river pot size bets in like, you know, reasonable size pots, not like 5 big blind pots. It's just like 90% of the time the nuts, man. I expect him to have Queen 8, Queen Jack here. Queen 8. There we go. It's so easy after the fact that you know what he has, but in the heat of the moment when you're on tilt, it's just, that's just such a clear fold, and I knew it was a clear fold now, but at the time I'm just, it's terrible. It's a terrible play. But it's alright, man. I'm showing you guys, man. Everybody tilts sometimes. I didn't actually know this happened in the video. This is quite enjoyable to watch. I'm making so many mistakes, but I started off playing well, obviously. We're deciding to 4-bet this hand, which is fine at this point. I mean, fuck it, why not? I mean, it's a reasonable hand, right? And he's 3-betting a lot, so just hope for a good flop. Yeah, we're getting it all in on his flop. Why not? Middle pair and a gut shot. And he has top pair. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, dun. Turn card is better for him than it is for me, even though it gives me a flush draw. So we can win with a heart, jack, or queen. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, bum, bum. That's a flush. The goddamn champion of the world. Now, will I still be on tilt? The answer is probably going to be yes. Definitely. Are you going to bluff this one? I think you should. Yes. Min raise. So fishy. I mean, if I had the nut flush draw here, I wouldn't be min raising. I mean, I can do it. I can't say if I never do it, then I should do it, basically. But this is not that kind of game, man. This is just like fucking tilting game. There we go. He just jams on us. The problem is with that is if he has the ace of clubs as well, it's just, it makes no sense. Going for a raise here? Oh, just a call. Very nice. Check raise here. Oh, he's got to go for a little bit on the river. Hard to get called though. On the river. I think that's actually a check. But I don't think I was in the mood to play well at this point, it seems like. Just going to give up here. This has been an enjoyable session. We have no blockers at all, so he's give up. Yeah, we just adapt really badly to this guy. I wish I could play him now. Definitely wish I could play him now. Flop one over pair, bottom pair, and a gut shot. Got 2 pair and the blockers. That's a bad river to bluff, man. But I get called by a worse hand. Interesting to see what he has there. Must have had 8-6. Seems like he 3-bets a lot, and then there's been a lot of ace high boards recently. But I just give it up. They're just leaking money to him in 3-bet pots. It's just so easy to see now. It's just I was reaching for the fold button, then he checks. Bet. Yep. Love it, mate. Excited to get 3-bet with this hand. Thing is, most likely winning here, but he's just potting it. So like, just cool, man. Just see a turn card. Hope it's a 10 or a jack or a diamond, or you know, just cool. That's it. Now you're talking. There, now you've got a gut shot. Bet now, just fucking bet. Yes, you're winning, man. You're winning, you're winning. Don't worry about it. There you go. Easy, man. See? Easy game. Don't be put off. Just, you've been running good. You crush him. You crush him. Great. 4-bet. Go on, cram it all in, man. Fucking hell. See, should have 4-bet. I wouldn't mind a min raise here, just because I've been doing that so much. Actually, wouldn't mind a min raise. Check now. You've got to play tricky, mate. You've got to play tricky. Yeah. Probably could be winning still here. Or a terrible river card. Just give up. Yeah, winning. See? Good judgment, man. Good judgment after the fact. Excited to get 3-bet with this hand. Boom, boom. I mean, I could just 4-bet that hand, you know. Yes, he went for the min raise finally. I know I've been dicking around. See, I should just be doing this more. He's just c-betting all the time. I should just be min raising so much more and floating him. I'm just giving him like all the pots when I'm in position. This is terrible. You can see I've opened and then I've just clicked snap check fold because I know he's 3-betting me probably. See, that's just a waste. That's just a waste of 60 cents, guys. It's just a waste of 60 cents. 3 bets. Let me snap fold. This is so bad, man. This is so bad. I must have just been tilting. You can see the difference when I first started playing in the video. Like, I think my decisions were spot on, and like, winning a couple of buy-ins off him, and then tilt must have just set in. It was crazy, man. This happens a lot, and you can see me shaking the mouse. I think that means I'm a fucking idiot. What? I just folded ace 10 5 7 of clubs. Never fold that. What? Why did you do that? Must have misread my hand. I'm not folding that hand ever. King 8. Definitely see a turn card. No, why are you raising? I don't know why I'm raising, guys. Check the turn. He bets the river. Wow, he's bet calling. He's bet calling with ace 6 6 3. There's no way to improve. Even if he hits a 6, what happens if it's a 6 of diamonds or a 3 of diamonds? So we need to be raising way more than we are. And that's an easy free bet with the kings. We're just not free betting him a lot. Nice. Not loving this situation. I mean, obviously we're never folding on the turn. We've got a gut shot as well. And just hope that he checks. Yeah. If he pop bets the river, like, it has to be a fold. His river just potting range is just strong, man. But he did not, luckily. So we clawed a bit back anyway. It looks like he leaves. There's actually a part 2 of this, so stay tuned for the second part. I can hardly wait. It's actually been really amusing for me to watch this shit. But yeah, you can find part 2 here. Thank you very much.